ain't my darn theme music. Welcome to all of y'all. We have a special announcement and also a major congratulations to every single one of y'all who are here in the chat that support each and every single night, every time we turn this camera on, as we have broken 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I know that the challenge was for us to get to this mark by September 5th. And we would have some special announcement that we're gonna make here shortly. But this mark, this measurement, this achievement would not be possible without the support of each and every one of y'all. This is fantastic. It's beyond belief, and I can't put it into words. The only thing I can say is thank you to each and every single one of you who continue to press that button, show up, interact, and engage, who make these sacrifices worth it, who continue to trust and have fun and be a part of the community that we are growing. Now, our goal is to turn these subscribers into active members, not even necessarily paid members, right? Like, to shout out to all of our members who are in the chat right now. We still have a goal to get 6 more members to join before September 5th. That's my major goal. But I want to get everybody involved because I want this community to continue to grow and come together, not just for LSU, not just for what, David? No, I'm not. No. Not just for LSU, not just for football, but just for one another. Just for each other, man, because this is, about all of us. So thank y'all. This is legitimately becoming another family, and I cannot thank you guys enough. And shout out to Alex, who it's her birthday. Our member, our friend. Let's go. We are here. Happy birthday, Leo season. It's not really Leo season, it's football season, but we move on anyway. Now on for our special announcement before we get into the show today. Welcome, Nicholas. As he's wearing his Gator jersey for the last time.
Hey,
as my guy Brandon
on my end so bad. Hold on, let me get out of here.
It's all right. My guy Brandon, Landon says, Nick, I got you a nice LSU polo. Let's go, Landon. Shout out, Landon. Got you a LSU polo, big dog. We need it. He needs it now.
I see you, Landon. I see you, buddy.
This is the last time Nick will be wearing that Florida blue and orange because his fandom now is over with. That's why his internet is lagging and he's frozen in time because he can't believe that we did it. I'm going to let Nick get his stuff together. But what up, C-Dub? Thank you for being here, man. Here's David. Special announcement. Yeah, shut up, David. Shut up, David. David's special announcement. There you go, Nick. David says, "What's up, Nick?" So,
what up, boys?
This is it. It's over for you, bro. You did it. 10K. You got to be a man of the people.
10K. I said I'd do it. I'm obviously wearing the jersey right now because I know I gotta put on by the 5th. But hey, it's all up to y'all. I said 10K. I'll be a man of my word. I got a Kevin Falk jersey in the cart as we speak. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
He does. He has shown it to me. He absolutely has a Kevin Falk jersey. Lord have mercy. I believe that's Percy. Look at that sweet K Falk 3 right there that Nick will be rocking now on Saturdays. Stephen Young says, I need him to find a pair of LSU shoes.
The only dude I will support. I ain't doing the shoes. You can get out of here with some shoes, Steven.
Shout out to my beautiful wife.
It's only a jersey.
The backbone of all of this. She says, I'm so excited. Baby, no, thank you.
Hey, 10K is real. 10K is real. Thank y'all. Like, showed support for AP from the start. I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm a man of my word. I'm going to do it. I'll have it by the 5th. Don't you worry. I'll wear it on the 5th. I'm supposed to wear an Aaron Hernandez jersey on the 5th, but I'm going to wear the LSU jersey.
Chance says, throw that man some shoes. Yeah, we got to get you some shoes now, Nick. You got to get shoes now, Nick. You got to get shoes. Look at Landon. Which size you in now, Nick? Pat got some hand-me-downs for you. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
I can't. Landon, you already know I can't fit in Pat's clothes.
David says, no JD5 jersey.
Pat's big, mama big.
Yeah, man. Let's go, baby. Football's almost here. Shout out to you, Dakota, for being here in the chat, man. Landon's laughing out loud. C-Dub says, dress up as Aaron Hernandez with the shoe instead of a pistol.
Oh.
I'm sure Nick doesn't want to be a Florida Gator player. I'm sure Nick doesn't want to dress up as a Florida Gator holding a shoe.
Not at all, dude. I see it every time I open up Instagram. It don't matter.
Well,
Marco
you don't
Wilson
have to worry about those days.
life.
You don't have to worry about those days anymore. Now your tie is riding on the Tigers. Your fandom can now be shifted back to Baton Rouge as you are now part of the hottest and fastest growing podcast in all of Louisiana right now. So we've broken 10K.
I should have never left.
We shouldn't have. But life be lifing. We all make our mistakes and we all learn, like you're gonna find your way back home.
We all make dumb decisions. This is one of them.
This is one of them. Exactly. Like that is one of them. That is absolutely one of them. And here we are. Shout out Frank Cohn. I'm here passed out on the meds. I see you, Franco Nation. Thank you for being here, man. I've had my days passed out on the meds too. Thank you for being here, brother. So no, Nick is rocking his Percy Harvin for the last time. He's going to support the Gators in the background because it's hard to disassociate himself from those ways. It will be hard to tear those ties. But the moment Graham Mertz, oh no, not him. DJ Lagway, oh no, not him. Who's y'all starting court? Aaron Philo, yeah, him. The moment he goes out and throws 3 interceptions to Central Florida, the moment he goes out and throws 3 interceptions against Central Florida. Nick will fully put away the Florida love. He will rest it forever because it's going to be hard to not be a fan of LSU with as good as this team is going to be. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. This team is, excuse my language, this team is fucking loaded. This team is good.
It's loaded.
Shout out Unc says my man's Tiger Nick is flipping.
I mean, I think you're deep. I think you're deep like Bama's deep. Well, used to be deep.
Yeah, Bama ain't deep no more. They're about as deep as a shallow puddle. Shout out Unc says my man's Tiger Nick is flipping. He's flipped. It's over. 10K is hit. It's done. Deal is done. It's there. And there it is. That's the right way to spell it out. Tiger Nick. Tiger Nick. There it is. It's official. You've been baptized and crowned.
I can't spell go G-A-U-X. I can't do. I don't know how to do that. G-A-A or however you spell it. G-E-A-U-X. I can't do that.
There you go. You did it. You get it. You did it. I might be starting to question my loss to Texas prediction. You just did it. You just did it. You just did it. Good evening. What up, Zachary Nunez? So yeah, we have hit 10K. Thank you guys. Seriously. Thank y'all so much. Nick, thank you so much for even making that commitment, for pushing this bandwagon. For all the subscribers, all the members out there, we have hit 10K before the end of the month. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Let's hit 20. Let's hit 50 by the end of the season. 50 by the end of the season would be crazy.
You're going nuts now. Y'all are nuts.
We gained 4.5 in 3 weeks.
I got Ant talking about we're going to hit 12.5 by September. You talking about 50 by the end of the year. Like,
I'm telling you.
Look.
Bro, this is different. SEC means more. Timeout and Tangents means more.
Let's get these subs active. Let's get them rolling. I want these subs rolling. I want them in here being part of the community, active in the chat. I want the chat going crazy. That's my goal, is building out this community for all of us so we can keep growing with each other. It's not just about the numbers. I want us to keep having that engagement with one another. Because at the end of the day, we're all family. We like on a night like tonight, we get to come in here and celebrate Alex's birthday. My wife's got a birthday coming up on Wednesday, which unfortunately we will not be streaming on Wednesday. And it won't be because of my wife's birthday, unfortunately, because AJ has a game on Wednesday night. Fall game Wednesday night against John Ehret. Senior season officially kicks off, and then my beautiful wife and I will celebrate her birthday later on that evening and next week, this upcoming weekend. Thank you, baby. Better watch out there now. Be flirting. My wife gonna see this. Be flirting. Wife gonna see this.
She don't play games either, boys. She don't play games. She's scary.
She don't play games. All right. I'm gonna drop Nick down for a second. I want to get into some of the stuff from fall scrimmage and from practice today. So, y'all, this team is absolutely loaded. And I am going to bring you back up, Nick, at towards the end of the show, because I want to get your thoughts on some things too. But this team is absolutely loaded. I went out to practice today, and today was not a good practice. Today was not a good practice at all. It was not. It was sloppy. They were tired. Drop passes. They were missed throws. There were some bad blocking. It was not a good practice. But it's in these bad practices that you see the mental makeup of your team. You see the character of your leadership. You see the dedication and detail of your coaching. What I saw from them today in a bad practice was what makes a championship team. I'm not saying LSU is going to win a national championship. What I am saying is that 11th overall ranking in a preseason AP poll is exactly where they need to be. They're going to pop some teams. They're going to make some noise this season. This team is good. This team is really good. And with even as bad as this practice was, it wasn't that bad. It was just a bad practice based off the standard that they've set. But even as bad as this practice was, they still were performing. Don't get it twisted. They were showing up. And Stephen Young says, hey, don't get it twisted. They were showing up. Sam Leavitt. So before we were able to come into the practice facility, there's a fence, and they had this rollaway gate, and it has some dividers on it. you can stand there, you can kind of peek and see. I'm nosy. So I'll be peeking. And today they ran a red zone drill, offense versus defense. Normal guy, what's going on, man? Thank you for being in here. I be peeking. I was peeking. And they were running this red zone drill and they were scoring it. The defense got a stop. They got points. They were scored a certain amount of points. If the offense scored, they got the value of the score. The defense made a stop and forced the offense to kick a field goal. They would get those points for the stoppage. What up, Hamp? Thank you for tapping in, brother. If they would get the points for stopping them, but the offense would still get the points if they make the field goal. The offense was moving the ball, but then they got into that short yardage range and the defense will shut them down. Maybe 10 to go, and the defense would step up and push them back. And they weren't able to get in. The offense was literally not at full strength. Receivers couldn't really create separation. The offensive line was holding up, but Sam Leavitt had to evade pressure, and goodness gracious, he was making people miss. I mean, my God. I felt like I was watching a dash of Joe Burrow with a touch of Jaden Daniels. It just seemed special. I didn't know how else to quantify what I was seeing. The way he was moving within the pocket, and I'm sure that if this was like full-on tackling, he would have scored touchdowns and not just been blown dead because he was in a non-contact jersey. This dude looked good. And he was fatigued. You could see it. They all were fatigued. But they kept fighting. At one point, the defense had the advantage. And they were up big. The twos, they were rotated ones and twos. Twos came in, the twos got a drive. They got to the red zone, they missed. It was 8-6 at one point, and then the defense made another stop and started pulling away. And then it got to a fourth down conversion where the offense needed. And they converted. The twos converted. They drove down inside the 5, and then the defense held again. And then it was 15-12, I believe. Next score or stop wins. The ones came out. And if y'all follow me on Twitter, I shared this post earlier. LSU released this video. And it was a video of DJ Pickett making an interception. The interesting thing about this interception was this was a gotta have it moment. Fourth down, goal to go. Like they said over the PA, next score or stop wins. Sam Leavitt gets the snap. Now, mind you, just before that too, and we'll get into this, they had a little bit of a fight. Dylan Jones was running the ball, got stood up, was moving the pile. Offense and defense didn't take too kindly of it. Referees threw a flag, 15-yard penalty, moved everybody back. Took Dylan Jones out. Stacey Gage was the running back that replaced him. Now, mind you, Harlem Berry wasn't out there today. Stacey Gage replaced Dylan Jones in that moment. But back to this fourth down play. Leavitt gets the snap. He rolls right, nothing there. He's looking back left, nothing there. He makes a man miss in the pocket. the fact that he was able to keep this play alive is ridiculous. Trey Wilson is breaking open, but DJ Pickett doesn't bite on the mobility of Sam, and he falls back in to the coverage where Wilson was, and Leavitt didn't see him because he thought he dropped. And he threw the ball up. A true freshman doesn't make that play. But DJ Pickett, he does. And that ended the drive. So while it looks bad because Sam threw a pick, Sam gave it all. You want to throw to the end zone. You got to win it. I love taking a shot. And then you saw what you needed to see from your defense. Stepping up and getting off the field when their backs were against the wall. And then when you go out and watch the rest of practice, you can tell that these guys are fighting through it. This was their first day back at practice following that scrimmage. And like Chance Babin says here in the chat, 170 play scrimmage will wear their asses out. Exactly right. That, what Lane shared with us in the press conference today, that was groundbreaking. You might play 90 plays. You might play 90 plays. 170 is worth 2 games. And then they were off yesterday and they came right back out today. Now, I know Mr. Loscona was saying that they were in full pads. They were not in full pads today. They were in shells, just like they've always been. They were saying that they were in no pads. No, every time we've been out there, they've been in helmets and shoulder pads. If you see a player with a back plate on, it has to be attached to a shoulder pad. Okay? That is pads. The only difference is that they don't have on tugs. That's it. Don't have on their lower body pads. He came out saying that they were in full pads. They were not. If you look at the videos I shared on Twitter, they are in shorts. And even though they were in their half pads today, in their shells, they were fighting it. They were fighting it. And it was hot, brother. Hot. The heat advisory was up. I know it was 93 degrees when we stepped onto the field at 10 in the morning. And I know it feels like it had to be hotter than that on that field. They were going through it. And you could tell they just were a step slower. It wasn't a step smoother. Everything wasn't as crisp. You needed an extra step. But what I loved in seeing from this team was the guys who made good plays, the other guys were picking them up and congratulating them. The guys who were missing plays, they weren't letting it get to them. They were just rolling with it and moving on to the next and trying to get better, knowing that they need this work. There was no complaining. There was no crying. There was fight. There was effort. It was just getting work. And what I appreciated the most, too, was from the coaches. It's easy for coaches to see players being tired and just want to pile on them. But they were the same as they were any other day. They were the same. They were just as intense, just as focused on the details and on the little things, keeping the levels of efficiency up, even though the productivity was not there to match. That was great to see. And you're starting to see now roles become more defined. I think at this point, Stacey Gage is probably about to emerge as the third running back in this room. He's looking more and more like the part. They're turning to him in moments of need. He's showing that he can protect in passes, in pass sets, and apparently coming out of fall camp, coming out of the fall scrimmage, he had a really good scrimmage. But who really impressed me today was Hussein Longstreet. Now, I was standing. There are 4 fields that connect. If you've never been, imagine 4 football fields side by side, 2 and then 2. So I was standing literally in the center where all 4 connect. So I could literally just turn and watch. And I spent my time kind of I started with the edge rushers once I noticed Jordan Walsh wasn't there. What up, Babin? Thank you so much for being here, my guy. Stephen Young only delivers bangers. Yes, that is so true. Stephen Young comes with smoke. So I'm standing there and I'm panning around. I noticed Jordan Ross wasn't at practice. I noticed Harlan Berry wasn't at practice. I noticed Malik Elzy wasn't at practice. So I'm like, all right, let's kind of watch the quarterbacks and receivers today because I want to see how crisp they are coming off of this. Hassan Longstreet looked so good throwing the ball. And as I'm watching him, his throwing motion has changed. It's more of an over-the-top 3/4 arm slot delivery. And his accuracy was on point. So I'm standing there and I see Blake about 10, 15 yards in front of me. I walk up on, I said, hey, they must have changed Longstreet's delivery because he looks really good. We get Charlie on Friday, Chance, and I cannot wait for that interview. He looks really good. I mean, really good. Really good. And Blake was like, yeah, but they, from what I heard, he had a couple interceptions in the scrimmage and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, that's bad, but I also understand like where that's coming from too. I didn't share all that with Blake, but I took for what he said. Like it is worth mentioning. Like you cannot have those turnovers in those moments. But I also understand why those turnovers would happen in that situation. You got a young kid that's trying to impress and press to make sure he has the backup spot. So he's going to force balls into places where they shouldn't be. The pressure is all on him right now. And it's funny? Lane Kiffin in the press conference today said, shout out to Hassan Longstreet because we changed his throwing motion. And while he had some struggles during this fall scrimmage, it's because you got 2 young guys battling out for that second spot, and they're trying to do more than what they should. Hassan Longstreet, man, I know there are people who set this up as if Sam Leavitt goes down, LSU won't be much. That's only because they don't know what they don't know. I truly feel comfortable with Longstreet as the backup. Is there a drop off between number 1 and number 2? Absolutely. I think Sam Leavitt is going to challenge for the Heisman Trophy winner. Duh. There's a fall off between number 1 and number 2. But if Longstreet has to come in, he's going to keep this thing rolling. When has Lane Kiffin ever had a plan at quarterback? Like, are we crazy? How could we not trust the coach? And let's say all things go well. I'm going to be excited for LSU to have Hassan Longstreet for the next 2 years. Because he looks good. He looks like a guy I want playing quarterback for me. And I know all your fans in Ole Miss and in Oxford, they're going to, Deuce Knight is the heir apparent and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. Brother, have him. What y'all don't have is the quarterback maker. And Lane Kiffin. Bump Charlie Weiss, even if he leaves, I'm still straight because we still got Lane. And it's no knock on Charlie at all. Charlie is the joker. He's the wild card of all of this. Thank you, Steven. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. Charlie is the joker and all. He's the trump card in all of this. He's the one that puts everything over the top by having Charlie Weiss Jr. But Lane Kiffin is still Lane Kiffin. He's still going to be Lane Kiffin without Charlie Weiss Jr. And that's the beautiful thing about Charlie Weiss Jr. because Charlie Weiss Jr. is still going to be him without Lane Kiffin. You're not missing a beat. And guess what? Deuce Knight doesn't have any of those. Shout out him. What you mean? They have Joe Judge. I heard he was behind Tom Brady's success. Yeah, Hamp, let me tell you something. If they had Joe Judge, wouldn't he have been calling plays against Georgia? Wouldn't he have been calling plays against Georgia? They had him then, right? Didn't they have him then too? Oh wait. The same Joe Judge that's still on staff, then they had to go find East Carolina's sad, sloppy seconds to come be their offensive coordinator because he was kind of around Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss. That Joe Judge, the same one that Lane left and went got Dane Stevens to come be his quarterback coach. Y'all got it. Shout out D. Will for being in the chat. Thank you, my guys. D. Will says Deuce Knight should have stayed at Auburn. Yes, he should have. Deuce Knight would have fared better at Auburn than coming to Ole Miss. If you're going to sit behind somebody, why not sit behind Byron Brown with Alex Golesh and that offense? Like, why not do that? You're going to go sit behind Trinidad and you're going to let John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith be your play caller. The most Mississippi name ever, as Stevie Young says, John David Baker. You got 3 first names. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Chance says they didn't tell Deuce about the corrupt Mississippi judges. No. And Unk says Stephen Young is like that, batting lead off in the chat. Tiger Nick, thanks for recognizing that, Tiger Nick. Franco Nation says, well, now he is, and I see Ole Miss is going to regress, and Chambliss and Lacey going to be scratching their heads. Yes, Hamp. There's a reason Kiffin didn't pursue Knight. He had the choice, right? We went after Sam. We went after Hassan at the same time as Deuce Knight. Can I, baby? As Deuce Knight was being pursued by Ole Miss. And Ole Miss fans are going to put it up there. Oh, let's, he wanted to come to Ole Miss. Ole Miss was the second team and it's all that. Yeah, cool, great. He's from Mississippi. He should want to go to Ole Miss. But don't think for a second that if Lane Kiffin wanted Deuce Knight, that Deuce Knight wouldn't have been coming to LSU. Lane Kiffin was also all in on the recruitment of Hassan Longstreet out of high school. But Hassan Longstreet wanted to come to LSU. LSU was all in on Bryce Underwood. So what happened? Longstreet was not going to Oxford, Mississippi. So he committed to Texas A&M. And then he saw how much of a cult A&M was like, yeah, bet I'm going to be cool in Cali and chill there for a year. Like, let's stop acting as if though Lane Kiffin is not him. And I know that they don't want that to be the case, that they want Lane to be looked upon as if though he's second fiddle, he's a slob, he's this, he's that, whatever. Facts remain that with him, your quarterback room will always be fine. Now, not only is it good, it's elite. I truly feel that this is the best quarterback room in the nation. And the level of succession that you have, because let's say Landon Clark bolts after this season because Hassan just has it. Let's just say that. Okay, you got Pop Houston coming in. Go get you another veteran. And we have 3 solid arms. And then Pop will be the starter as a second year player. Like, there's no need to rush any of it. This thing is organized. And that's why this team is so good, because it is so organized. Chance says, I find it interesting that Lincoln didn't mess with Hassan's throwing motion. Lincoln's not really a quarterback developer. He's an offensive play caller. There's a difference. That's why he did not mess with it. Lincoln doesn't develop quarterbacks. He takes talented quarterbacks and he's able to use their talent in the best way possible. He doesn't make them good. Lane Kiffin is a quarterback developer. Anytime you can take Blake Sims from wide receiver and make him into a quarterback, that's a developer. That's looking at your roster and saying, y'all aren't that good. He's better, and I can work with what he has and make it better. That's what Lane Kiffin does. Look at Trinidad Chambliss and how he progressed throughout the season. That wasn't just the talent that he had. It was the growth and progression throughout the season from the entire staff. That's where that comes from. Steven says lefties are great for pitching, not quarterbacks. Great point. Chance says a great point. Unk says Z-Man is smarter than the average bear or tiger. Believe that. Zach says I have good ideas every now and then. Zach has more than good ideas. If y'all aren't with that, then if y'all aren't with Zach or following him, then y'all don't know just how smart Zach is. Zach is usually the smartest person. Zach says I think Kiffin is just skeptical of lefties. I mean, why need a lefty? Like, so let's think about it from an offensive point. Like Stephen Young says, why do you not see more left-handed quarterbacks dominate? Because more offenses are right-handed dominations, right? Like everything is set off the quarterback being the right hand. How you balance the offense, how you balance your offensive line. Your highest paid tackle is usually your left tackle, which means that's your best tackle. Your strongest offensive side of the offensive line is usually your right side because that's where the ball is running because you're running to the right side of the field. Typically, offenses tend to favor the left hash, giving you the right side, your dominant hand, to play and design all your plays off of. So if you have a left-handed quarterback, you're flipping all of that. Not just some of your personnel, but all of your personnel. All of your personnel has to play into that. Your play calling, your philosophy, all of that has to then be inverted. So what's easier? flipping your system and moving things around, or just getting a right-handed quarterback and not using a lefty. You want to be a left-handed quarterback, you got to be like elite. Like it's hard out here for lefties. It is. And says, just think how much sharper Charlie will be facing that defense every day. Same can be said for Blake facing Charlie every day. If you're not tapped in, your boy be asking those questions. We had Blake Baker on Friday, and I asked him literally that. Like how much better is it having not just Charlie to go up against, but Chris Kiffin too to free him up? Those two are helping each other. And Blake Baker said as much. I'm going to Charlie, pointing out things I see. He's coming to me, pointing out things that he sees. Think about this. You have to script your practices around the fastest tempo in the league, arguably in the country. You think LSU going to be tired in the fourth quarter when they're going up a team that wants to go fast? No. Any team that wants to run tempo against LSU, you're playing into their hands. You're playing into and the defense is designed for it now. You've got sideline to sideline speed all over the place. Both your linebackers, your safeties, your corners, and your defensive front. Those three true freshmen are elite. Jordan Ross is a flex tweener edge rusher who is absolutely fast. And Principal Umami Yellen, Jesus Christ, if he doesn't look the best edge rusher in the SEC, my eyes are blind. This kid looks so good. He is literally the mold of what an edge rusher should be. Fast, powerful, twitchy, long arms, size, attitude, the moxie, the charisma. Everything I want my defensive pass rusher to be, he's him. He is him. And all that's just going to help the coverage. Fahim Delane, Tamarcus Cooley, Jace Thomas, whoever it is that's starting opposite of Ty Benefield is going to benefit from what's going on in front of them. But then they're going to benefit from what's going on the sidelines because you got the two best coordinators in the country going at it tit for tat every single day. There's not an offense that will surprise Blake Baker at this point. D. Will going back saying he would get more, talking about Deuce Knight saying he thinks he would get more playing time at Auburn because I think Byram isn't that good. Byram's going to be fine. Byram's going to be fine just because of the system that he plays in. Zach says we'll flirt with them, but we'll never trust them. You can never trust a lefty or a redhead. Lane fired him after 1 year. Why? Because he didn't understand rhythm. His play calling is identical to Joe Sloan. Talking about John David. Carla Cat, Tiger Nick verbally flipped tonight, waiting on the K-Falk throwback jersey for the official announcement to come opening day, if not before. It's a great day to be a Tiger and a TNT fan. Nick says, great point, Zach. And Franco Nation says, yes, I watched that OC film and was laughing because it's so similar to Sloan. You think they were twins. It's bad. It's bad. It's legitimately bad. Like, seriously. Unc says, not gonna lie, I made Unc's day, Tiger Nick. Oh, got bad news. What you mean you got bad news? Yeah, Stevie, entire offense has to adjust. Lefty pitchers are greater than lefty quarterbacks. Yes. At Chance Babin, Young was a dog, but I do agree with you. Max Johnson has entered the chat. Brother, Max Johnson is on his 8th team. Like, that's kind of proven the point. Like, him and TJ Finley are going, like, at this point, he might as well just go apply for some food stamps. It's getting rough. Like, let it go, big dog. Let it go. Let it go, big dog. And says, hey, Nick, we all know it's not official till pen hits paper. So they got to see you sign. When is signing day, Nick? We're going to answer that at the end of the show. Nick got to set a signing day. Shout out, Zach. And Saints fanatics just got to come through at this point, homie. Everything is flipped and has to be rewritten, basically. Yes. And says, I'm just giving you a hard time. I think Marco Wilson, dominant hand in his right hand, threw it further than Mertz did. That is true. Ham says with AP, he's from within 5 hours from the school, and since that's their recruiting strategy, that means he's good. Brother, keep everything 5 hours away from Oxford and see how good you're going to be. Seriously. Stevie Young says lefty QBs better elite at throwing to the outside of their shoulder across the field. This is true. They are, because they can open up to different arm angles from that way. But that's literally it, though. Like it serves you no benefit. If you're a lefty thrower, just go be a pitcher. Stephen Young, Ken Stabler, Boomer Esiason, and Mike Vick, and each of them, think about it. Each of them had a scrambling aspect to them. They weren't pure pocket passers. There's a reason why they have to be mobile and be from the left side. You cannot have a Tom Brady throwing from the left hand. It's not going to happen. Colton Nussmeier is a left-handed quarterback, but Colton Nussmeier is a true dual threat quarterback. He has to move. His advantage is the arm angles in which he throws the ball with. So it's never looking the same, and DBs cannot truly read it. But once again, your offensive lineman, your worst one is the one that's at your back for pass sets. That's not good. You better be able to run the ball. Mike Vick wasn't fast for no reason. Carla Cat says, celebration of life for Skip next Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the PMAC. Y'all go out and celebrate the GOAT for Skip Bertman. Steve Young, are we getting Pyburn back? Hell no. Did you not see what he did in the NFL? Pyburn is getting sacked in preseason games. Absolutely. Steve Young says, did he sign? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm a Byron Brown fan. He's in Haynes King. Yeah, exactly. That's how I look at Byron Brown, too. I think he's going to be really good. I think he's going to be not really good. I think he's going to be good. I really do. He's playing for the Bucks. Brown is also a load to bring down. I'm glad you said it. Hard pause. D. Will, yes, Max is at Georgia State. And Chef says Mike Vick. Tiger Marks, what's going on, man? Thank you for tapping in. Tiger Marks says LSU beats Clemson in week 1, who barely sits outside the top 25, and Ole Miss beats a Louisville team that barely sits inside the top 25. Which team moves up higher in the rankings when we meet? I don't care. I don't care about preseason rankings. Woohoo! Hey, a number. Hey. The only ranking that matters is the ranking at the end of the season, like the final playoff order. Even the ranking going the week before the playoff doesn't matter. We saw that with Notre Dame. Notre Dame was a playoff team before the final ranking came out. And then what happened? They got booted. So it goes straight. That ranking don't matter. Screw that ranking. It's just a number. Franco Nation says, I'm not going to be able to go to the Clemson game because somehow all 4 of my tires got a flat. I had to spend everything I saved up for my ticket on 4 new tires. No, man. That's so sad. Oh, brother, I'm sorry, bro. That's sad, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Franco Nation. But look, maybe we could try to get together for a basketball game. Coming time for LSU basketball. The PMAC going to be lit. The PMAC is the perfect place for Coach Skip's celebration of life, as hot as it is outside. Appreciate the announcement, Carla Cat. Zach says Colton moves a lot better than us. And I mean a lot. Garrett, I should say. I mean, yeah, but we know who the real Nuss is. He ain't coming here, so he'll never be Nuss to us. Tiger Mark says, I'm late to the chat, but I was glad you asked Coach Lane Kiffin about the special team situation. I gave you a shout out on the video I did of you. Good question, AP, as always. Much love and respect. Thank you, Tiger Mark. I really do appreciate that, man. I would have got more questions in today. Let me go on a rant right quick. Take a sip. would have got more questions in today. The stage was set. There was not a lot of us in the press room today, and normally I'm able to get off a couple questions every presser. I'm normally able to do so. The young man who typically works the row that I sit on was not there today. And shout out to you, my guy. Love you. Thank you so much for being there, for all the help that you provide for me and getting these questions off. But I'm sitting in my normal area, right? Right next to my guy Trip Bueller and my guy Zach Nagy. Shout out to y'all too. And I'm making eye contact like you're supposed to, right? There's a customary unwritten rule of put your hand out, make eye contact with the guy who's got the mic, and they confirm you, and then they just go in order from how they see the questions. So I make, boom, hand out, you look, the eye contact, bet, thumbs up, I wait. Get the mic, ask my first question. Bang. All right, I'm feeling good. I'm looking around the room. I'm seeing my guys pop off. Buddy hitting them with some fire questions. John Eads hitting some fire questions. Michael Cobble hitting some fire questions. They're all on the top row. They're on the top row. The bottom row ain't active. So I'm giddy. I'm like, I'm about to eat. Let's go to work. I got questions lined up. Let's do this. I want to talk to Lane. Let me talk. Put my hand out again. I get the eye contact. I get the nod. Bet. I wait. I notice the young man is, he's sitting over in a certain area by one particular individual who we all know I'm referring to. Shout out to Los Kona. I noticed he put his hand out. He got a question in. I mean, he's sitting right there. Cool. I got you. Fine. Get it off your chest. Bet. Then another guy on the way to me put his hand out. Got his question off. I'm like, all right, bet. And then another guy next to him put his hand out. I was like, all right, hey, yo, we, all right, bet, you got it. And then this dude puts his hand out again, talking about Moscona, and then ran down to the other side. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? That's not how this worked before. It would be one thing if this was my first time having been a part of this, and I'd be like, all right, bet. Because I'm not going to lie, day one, that's what I thought of how it went. Like, all right, all the other guys, I'm a new guy here. I'm not going to get my hand in there a lot. But I've been here more times than some of these other people. I've missed one interview. One. And that's because I had my back stabbed. Literally. So, but once again, I'm nobody. I'm still new here. I'm not complaining about that. Cool, I get it. Make the eye contact again. And I'm like, okay, cool. Starts working his way down, and then the hand goes up again. And I was like, hey, man, what the hell is going on? I was like, hey. Like I started saying, like I got loud at some point. I'm like, hey, what is going on? Like I don't understand what's happening right now. Like what the hell is going on? And it's not like any of these questions. It's not like any of these. Hey, you late, dog. We had nagging on like a month and a half ago. Episode's there. My guy Zach, shout out to you. Love you, bro. Yeah, Zach's been on. It's not like we're asking groundbreaking questions. It's basically, hey, Lane, it's hot outside. No Duh. Like, can we not waste these opportunities for these surface level questions? And you know what pisses me off even more? The more I thought about it, you were there literally hoovering all the questions in the room. But then you go back and you use my shit to break information to your audience and don't even refer it back to me. And you've done it on multiple occasions with multiple questions that I've asked. So if you're not going to ask good questions, you're just going to steal the content anyway. Why not shut up and just let me ask them? Because I'm sure all of y'all were dying to know how Lane Kiffin felt about his team with it being the halfway point of fall camp. I'm sure all of y'all were dying to know that. Just dying to know how great, how much progress we've made. You excited to know that, huh? Or who could have guessed what the answer was going to be when he was asked as the final question? Jordan Ross, Malik Blockton, Harlem Berry, Malik Elzy weren't at practice today. You want to? Can you give us an update? You want to give us an update on that? No, there's really nothing there. There's really nothing for me to say. You don't say. You don't say there's nothing to report on 4 guys who've been hurt because you haven't talked about injuries at all so far in the entire month of August. You know, we've only been doing this now for 12 damn days. And you're shocked? Like, why even ask at this point? Like, it is such a waste of time to be there, to have the opportunity to ask good, relevant questions, to get insight that y'all don't even realize you want to know. Instead of getting, it's a hot outside type of day. How was practice today? Earth shattering. So refreshing. And then to be told, like it was told to me at the end, look, man, I'm sorry. Whenever he raised his hand, I have to give him the mic. Bet. Don't worry. They're going to get sick of me. Because every time I give the mic up, my hand's going right back up. I promise you. Like, you can tell when Lane appreciates a good question. His body language changes. He perks up. He engages with you. He looks you eye to eye. He has the conversation with you. And he wants to share the information because it's relevant without giving anything. But when it's basic, it's like, yeah, like whatever. Like he literally, it feels like he just brushes it off. It's like, yeah, really nothing I can talk about. Yeah. Like he asked one question about Dame Shanklin. Is there anything you could say about that? If there was something he could have said about Dame Shanklin, they would have released it already. Like he came out and said he's not practicing with the team. They haven't said another mumbling word since. You think he just going, oh, well, since I got asked the question today, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it now. Let's go on a 15-minute conversation as to why Dame Shanklin's not here. Brother, let's talk about the players that are. Bro, I was so mad. You want me to tell y'all the question that I have to sit on now? And I'm going to come up with another way to ask it just in case somebody's watching this stream and they want to dig in through an hour and beat me to it. Cool. I mean, I got more. It is what it is. I do my homework. But what people fail to realize is that over 6 years, Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss not only had the best offense, statistically, categorically speaking, nothing came close. They averaged 25.8 first downs per game. It's number one in the SEC. Over 33 points per game, number one in the SEC. Over 300 passing yards and over 201 rushing yards, both number one in the SEC. Over that time span, they were literally the number one producing offense in the conference. And the numbers back it up. But what I wanted to know was when, because what set that offense apart for Lane was his ability to identify the need to mix in explosive plays while building off of the foundation of having an RPO system. How did you come to that conclusion? Because that is what set it up. When did that light bulb come off? I would have loved to hear his answer on that instead of, yeah, I got nothing else to say about Dame Shanklin. What a waste. What a waste. And it's not like we get into this media room and we're trying to get Lane, trap him up into saying something. Everybody legitimately just wants to get information from him because he's the first time head coach for LSU. And we don't really know who he is or what he's going to be. But this was horrible. Ham says, I hopped off for a minute and missed the best part. We'll be watching the Skona hate. Please. And look, I want you to understand something. Matt is legitimately one of the best human beings on this planet. He's a really good person. This just sucks, man. Like, this is just bad media. Again. Like, I love Chester Boucher, John Eads, Jacques Doucet, my guy, Buddy Sanji. Well, I'm telling y'all, Buddy has become a fast mentor for me in this game. I love Buddy Sanji. Every time I go into that press room, I know I have to come with it because Buddy gonna come with it. And I tell him that. I'm stepping up my game every time because I know you're going to come with it too. And if somebody going to ask good questions in there, it's going to be between me and Buddy, if not anybody else. Not saying nobody else does, because they all genuinely do. The questions fit the vibe of the day. It's good information to tell the story and convey the behind the scenes feelings and the inner thinkings of the coach from the moments that we weren't there. But brother, this was bad. And says I would have to have a conversation. There is no talking to him. It's just entitlement. It's entitlement. Senior says, so who is gatekeeping from Moscona? I have no idea. I have no idea. You can see how Lane lights up but bro, he loves when Buddy asks a question. And I appreciate the fact that Lane, like when I ask Lane a question, he talks directly to me. Like it's like he and I just having a one-on-one conversation. Like, man, I appreciate that. Like, and he just starts letting me know, like, we just talking ball. And that's all I want. Wait, so Blake and Matt have beef, so Blake just doesn't go anymore? Blake is in there from time to time. Now, I haven't noticed Blake in there when Matt is in there. I never even paid attention to it. But Blake was at practice today, but I don't know if Blake was in the media room today. I don't know. So that's interesting. Stevie says Buddy is the effing national treasure. He is. Why does he need the special treatment? I don't know. I don't know, D Will. I do not know, bro. I wish I did. Tiger Mark says, AP tell Unc I changed my name to Tiger Mark 225. Likes he said I should do. Now I just have to get used to it. LOL. There you go, Unc. You got the name changed from Tiger Mark. And says, I heard he does carry his balls in her purse. Ham says, seems like a theme with the locked on guys, cough, Stephen Willis. At least Matt gets let into the practices. And look, I'll give Matt this. Like, there's Matt and then there's Stephen Willis. They're two completely different individuals. Like, I wouldn't even want to share a room with Stephen. Like, that's just a complete waste of time. He's just gaslighting. Like, Matt just misses. Like, it's like we could do better. Like, this just feels like somebody who's done it for so long that they just kind of run out of things to say, but they just can't get creative enough with the questions. But for me, like, every day feels brand new to me. And like, I've been plotting on my Charlie Weiss questions since I saw we were going to have Charlie Weiss. I keep saying Charlie Weiss. Since I saw we were having Charlie Weiss. Like, I've been plotting on my questions for him. So I cannot wait. I hope nobody shows up. I hope it's just me, Buddy, Mike Scarborough, John Eade, and Jock Doucette. Like, I just want us. Like, because I know we're going to get some stuff. We're gonna have some. But people are going to show up because it's Charlie Weiss Jr. The Franco Nation says, I would say, hey, dude, if you keep doing this, you can't come back because these guys that are podcasters of the future, the radio and old school reporting is on life support. So until you have respect for them, you can't come back. They will never do that. And he's an LSU mouthpiece. He's an LSU. They'll never do that. Talking about the biggest radio show in Baton Rouge. They're not gonna ever push him out. Nick says we got the 10K and started acting like the bad boys. We ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Even though I think it's fun. I wouldn't know which one we are. We both have our Mike Lowry moments, which is kind of funny. So Nick with the boom, absolutely. Zach says, great question, absolutely. Okay, Stevie Young said, okay, I need a call-in segment right now. I got a lead off home run loaded. And says, I don't understand how he still has credibility. He's the one that keeps releasing stuff to a certain individual at Yahoo, then that individual breaks it. Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? Chance says, but those shitty questions are the things that BK would answer. Yes. And it's terrible. Like, we cannot keep allowing that. Those are the questions that BK love because BK and Scone are dogs. Like, it's not, man, we can't keep allowing it, man. We can't. This person missing why in each question instead of bundling all the players together in one question instead asking it 4 effing times. Yes. And wait, Matt leaks stuff to Yahoo? Oh, yeah. Glenn Gilbo, I bet. And says at Hamp, you didn't know that he leaks to Ross Dellinger. Yeah, I hope that you were just. Wait, you didn't know that for real? Oh yeah, bro. Like, come on, man. Like the night the Brennan Sorsby thing leaked, the night that the Brennan Sorsby document leaked with his contract offer from LSU, Ross Dellinger was at Matt's house. Like Matt was doing a live stream that night, and Ross Dellinger showed up at his house, like trying to avoid the camera. Like they're really good, like really good. Tiger Mark says, "Man, I called it about Stacey Gage making a run for playing time, but you have to feel sorry for Caden Durham. He has a little over 3 weeks to make up some ground. Can Caden do it, AP?" In the chat, nope, I don't think so. These guys don't care. They're gonna play who's the best player. Come on with it, Steven Young. Can't wait for Friday night. Unc got his headphones today for his iPad, so Unc gonna be on point when he calls in. Let's go. I'm saving it all up for all up now. Unc, save it. Look, write it down. Don't forget it, please. Because Steven Young, I'm letting you know right now. You first up on Friday night. Tiger Mark 225. Such an interesting battle. You know it is. Franco Nation says, and I don't see how he has the credibility when he was saying my sources said they will not fire BK and they fired him. And him saying my sources saying Kiffin is not coming here, and then Kiffin is our head coach. And then his sources also said that LSU is not going to hire Will Wade. And wrong. Who do you think leaked the MMR with Sorsby? He also broke the news of Seton commitment before Seton released his commitment video. Yes, there were a lot of things like he broke before, like wasn't supposed to be broke, man. It's crazy. Steven Young says locked on should be locked out. I'm not gonna say that. Shout out to my guy Locked On Saints and Ross Jackson, because Ross does phenomenal work. He's great friends with Matt. Like I said, Matt is a great person. He really is a great guy. It's just this is horrible. This is bad, man. Steven Young says, cue up the epic Bart Scott interview meme. Can't wait. Ham says, Ant, wow, no, I didn't know. Interesting. How do you think he gets the insider information? Okay, so Ham, do you remember the story that broke last week when Jaden requested for his copy of the Heisman Trophy that LSU has to be turned over? Matt broke that story. Jaden and his team had to issue a statement refuting that story. So if Jaden didn't say it, if his team didn't say it, who said it? Just saying. As Steven Young can't wait till AP tops Locked On LSU and subscribers. Hamp says right, and Jamie says I sure didn't care for it when he called Shea Dixon rude. Who called Shea rude? I know Matt didn't call my guy Shea Dixon rude. I mean, him and Shea have a good relationship, man. I never thought that. Steven Young finna go on one Friday night. Believe that, fam. Says Unc, and then Nick says Miscone is developed. He's been in the game a long time, but he can smell sharks in the water. AP is the megalodon. He's a great white. I'm coming. Pause. Shout out P. Lee, wherever you may be tonight. But I'm on my way. Like, I'm not. They don't let me get a foot in the door. I'm here now. And I'm not backing down. We're only gonna keep growing and keep getting better. That's it. Franco Nation says, yeah, Blake goes here and there because we ask him to. However, he doesn't have love for Matt because Matt was given formations out during spring. He was, man, and that was so bad. And that's probably the reason why now we do not have the access to practice like they had during the spring. Because Matt was legitimately leaking that stuff. And you're not. I remember them asking the press not to give that information out. And that was part of the reason why I was getting held up during spring. Because I was trying to get in during spring too. It was just a little late. But you can't do things like that. You can't. Franco Nation says that Matt thinks he's the almighty of Blake when he started in 2019. He does. Zach said, I love Delhi. I don't know who Delhi. Who's Delhi? Oh, Ross Dellinger. I mean, yeah. Ham says, was Scone the one who asked about Big Rich being in on offense? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. I can't remember who asked that question. Hamp, no, I honestly didn't know that stuff. Yeah, Hamp. Hamp, it's a lot, brother. It's a lot. It's a lot. Steve Unc said that Stephen Young meant to say, I love Blake. You dropped on the second call Friday night. That's spot on, my dog. Steve Young says, I'm trained in PR. Matt has gotten comfortable and he's no longer hungry enough to ask the right questions like ball knowers who aren't full of themselves. Exactly. And see, that's what I never want to become. I never want to become complacent. My sources told me Vandy Week BK was done. My sources told me Will Wade was always in the cards. Yes. Yes, that's true. Tiger Mark says, good to hear about Roman Mothershed getting time at tight end. I heard he's really thin at 6'5", 205. Oh, they can keep it a wide receiver. That's definitely a matchup problem with him and Green on the field. No, I think they're just working it out just to kind of see what kind of mismatches they can draw up with those. I don't think he's going to be a true tight end. That's fire. Tiger Mark, go damn Tiger says, yeah, LSU's property. Thank you. Thank you, Hamp. You picking up what I'm putting down? Nick says, ain't no doubt, dude. It is what it is, but every dog has its day. Like AP said, Matt is a great dude. AP just might be better informed. It's our time, man. Time is changing. And this is why things are happening the way that they're happening. So I just got to keep, as long as y'all keep showing up, I'm going to keep being there. Because I know that I know I'm going to figure out things that y'all want to know. And I'm going to stay, that's why I want this community. So I can stay tapped in and be relevant with y'all, be relevant to y'all, so we can keep growing this thing together. Ham says, makes sense. Franco Nation says, just a shitty reporter and journalist. Yeah. AP, so you say Matt and Ross are, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they're very close friends. How close that relationship goes is between those two consenting adults. I have nothing to say about that. Zach says, some reporter out here digging in, they butt twin. Are the youth still saying that? I never heard the youth saying that one, Zach, where you out of pocket with that one. You out of pocket with that one. Nick says, yeah, where's Peely Punk at? He not here tonight. I'm definitely gonna hit him up. Thanks. Tiger Mark says, thanks, Unc. You gets the props. It was your idea. Go damn Tigers. Peely ain't in here, right? Ross Dillon. Yeah. I figured it out. Stop watching Matt the day he let Ryan Terrio talk about Blake on the radio. Haven't watched it. Listen since. Watch or listen since. I think I had a part to do with that day. I released a video on Twitter that went stupid viral. Well, first of all, I got the video still posted on YouTube. And I released a video that went stupid viral on Twitter calling Matt out, and it was in a clip. And in the clip, I was excoriating him for his horrible job at journalism during the injury and how he kept telling people that Nuss was not hurt and not to worry about it, and this, that, and the third. But the BR media kind of took it as if I was taking personal shots at them. And it's like, no, y'all are in the press conferences asking good questions. I'm talking about the radio host who just sits in Baton Rouge, not asking anything relevant. Like that's part is, that's bad. Chance says Lane didn't like when he heard LSU posted scrimmage footage or when someone asked about Mothershed moving to tight end. No, he didn't like the LSU releasing clips from the fall camp, like certain things, because he's legitimately not on social media, so he doesn't know what they put out. Chat is online stuff reliable. The stuff I see of him on X seems fishy. Chat is line stuff or no. Zach, Deli was always incredibly nice to me while I was a student. While I was in student meeting. Oh, all right, good. Steven Young says Linus Sus Hamp. He's what we call a sensationalist. Best way to put it. Unc says, yeah, you're right. AP Steven Young's the best leadoff hitter since Ricky Henderson. The GOAT. Is anyone surprised Ricky is one of Unc's all-time favorite players? No. David says Zach is up too late. No, I'm shocked that Zach is still up and engaged this late. That's fire. Stephen Young, he's so suspicious. LOL. Yes. Two-faced people, nice and great in front of you, however, stabbed you in the back. And also, they're great to say, oh, look, what I did is give you a facade that you're good when they're actually narcissistic. Exactly. Good point, Franco Nation. Keep on praying. AP in the chat. No injuries reported out of scrimmage on Saturday and fall practice today. God is good all the time. Keep them prayers going up. And like always, GDT. No, absolutely. They had a couple guys with some bandages on. And like I said, a couple guys that were missing from practice today. And that could have been a result of that fall scrimmage and going so long and it being so hot. So we'll see what it looks like tomorrow night. I'm telling y'all now, I'm not going to practice tomorrow night. We got pregame tomorrow for my son's game. I'm focusing in on my son and his game for Wednesday. I'm not going to practice tomorrow night. There's no pressure. I'll be back in Baton Rouge on Friday. There's a night practice tomorrow, a walkthrough Wednesday, off on Thursday, and then media's back in on Friday. So that's literally it. It's really not. We're getting close to the end where we're about to start shutting things down. Lon has done. Unc says Lon's done some fire interviews with two of my favorite being Carl and Alex. Franco Nation says God doesn't like milk warm and Matt is milk warm. Unc says our man AP is in it to win it, fan. Absolutely. Stevie Young says he has both good and bad info. Unc, yes. Did anyone ask Lane how he's going to stay off X? That's one thing I do want to ask him. Zach says, damn, you're old, Dave. Yes. Call him out, Zach. Jamie says, you're great. We appreciate you. No, Jamie, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jamie. Seriously, your support means everything. And it's exactly why I want to keep showing up and being consistent. David says, I'm going right. Love you, folks. And Nick says, same. Love you too at D-Bill. Nick with the purple and gold hearts. That's right, David. Get him right, David. Get him right. Get him right. No more blue and orange after the night. We know this, Zach. We know, says David. Franco Nation says, if I lived in BR, I'd help you. Yes, I'd do it for free. Franco Nation, can you move, please? Please, Jesus. Can you move? Zach says, who says folks? That is true. That is true. Chance says, do y'all think Charlie kind of looks like Mark? Yes, I've always thought that. I'm glad you brought that up. And that's something I kind of want to ask him as an icebreaker. Like, is Mark Wahlberg secretly your long-lost brother that you didn't know? And how long have you known that he was your secret brother? I kind of want to ask him. Tiger Mark says, hey, Tiger Mark, we know your name. You don't have to tell us your name again. And I'm calling it now. Game 1 versus Clemson. We will have 2 interceptions. Ty Benefield, DJ Pickett with his new number 5 jersey on, pointing at the camera in honor of JD. David says, I've always thought that, Chance. Yes. And says, screw that. We're on a mission. AP surpassing AFR, locked on LSU and subscribers. Let's get it. That's all I'm saying. Let's get it. My mission is this. Clear as day, my goal is to be the face and voice of all things Louisiana sports. Not just LSU and Saints. I want to represent this for all of us because we're just that damn good. And I want to show them what a true community looks like. I want to build this thing differently from any other podcast and any other YouTube channel out there. And that's what the involvement of each and every single one of you. So make sure you stay locked in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit the like, share. Make sure you keep commenting, keep firing off in the chat, and keep building this engagement. And shout out to all of the non-LSU fans that jump in our chat and show their love and support. Y'all, if y'all have ball fans, football fans, 8 o'clock at night, tell them come tap in just to come have a conversation so they can get a little bit of perspective. And we can talk about their team too. Like we're about to do right now with this guy, Nicholas, right here. What up?
I don't want to talk about my team, dude.
Yeah, your team's LSU now.
I know. It is now.
It's LSU now. So how does it feel knowing that your team is absolutely stacked and you have Lane Kiffin as a coach?
It feels like 2008. with Tebow and the mass murderers, dude.
Well, fortunately, we don't have any convicts over here.
See, that's why I appreciate LSU. Like, it's not this Georgia thing, it's not this Florida thing. Like, LSU does it right year in and year out. You don't hear about a lot of players getting in trouble. LSU does it the right way. And like you just said, like what makes this podcast great is that this is home. Like Louisiana, I say it and you can say what you want. Like, yes, we built our best city underwater. That's not our problem. We didn't do it.
All right. We
But
didn't do it.
like
We just live in it.
there's no other community like Louisiana. It doesn't matter what race you are, what religion you are. It doesn't matter. The second the state needs to come together, it can come together. And if you want to build that upon sports, what better place to do it? You have LSU, you have the Saints, you have top 10 programs in high school that are there year in and year out. There's no other city that is better than New Orleans in my mind. I've been to a lot of cities, I've been to a lot of states. New Orleans is bar none. Baton Rouge has LSU.
Yeah.
And that's it. Baton Rouge, LSU holds Baton Rouge together.
Yes.
LSU becoming a threat again is going to make Baton Rouge whole again. This team was 3-5 last year in the SEC, and they're preseason number 11. Again, rankings don't matter. Who cares? You could be 11 all year long. As long as you're in the top 12 at the end of the year, no one cares.
Yep, that's it.
And at the end of the day, you could be number 1 all year long. Miami, I'm talking to you, Miami, number 1 all year long. Did you leave with a title? No. Second place. Second place don't matter. Why? Mendoza brought home the trophy. Miami had a great year. They beat the hell out of Florida. You know what they didn't do? Win a national championship. I would rather go 5-7 every year than be great and not take home a trophy.
Right. To finish second, to go 12-1.
It hurts. Like I would rather know disappointment and deal with disappointment rather than be great all year long and not make it.
You don't want to remember those teams. I mean, LSU remembers it. We think about that LSU 2011 team. Ugh.
All the time. And like, you know what I mean? And like that team was good, but you got blanked at home, basically.
At home. It was a home game.
In a national championship, and you don't want to think about that.
Alabama should have been there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some bias. We can talk about that all day.
Yeah.
No, I was talking to somebody yesterday. So for the chat, I live in Georgia. I just moved to Georgia. I am now dealing with Georgia fans, and I'm understanding where they come from because a lot of them are Georgia fans, and that's okay. But a lot of them are Falcons fans, and they now know that we celebrate March 28th. That's all I'm going to say. I make sure they know that you and I and us Saints fans celebrate March 28th.
Good. I'm looking forward to having a cake.
Yeah,
and says, Nick, where are you from? Nick is from Baton Rouge.
I'm from Baton Rouge.
Nick is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Highland Road.
Highland off of Highland Road. Like as close to LSU as you could get without being on campus. Seriously.
I'm right there. Yeah. My mom still lives on Burbank, if that tells you anything.
Literally. Like a stone's throw, can hear the games from her front door.
From her house. Yeah.
Like you can hear the PA system.
Yeah. I don't know why I wear this jersey. Don't ask me that. I don't know.
You don't have to wear it too much longer.
I know. Kevin Falk will be here soon enough.
Yeah.
No, hey, look, we got an in-depth conversation about who I think will actually make the playoff. I think you have 4 teams from the Big Ten. I think you have 4 teams from the SEC, and then you're going to have your Notre Dames, your BYUs, so on and so forth. I think LSU makes it. I do. with Lane Kiffin running your offense and a lineup like you have, I think you make the playoff. I think Georgia makes the playoff. I think A&M makes the playoff. And it's going to be Texas as your fourth SEC team. You know, I mean, I don't think Tennessee does it. Tennessee does great 8 weeks out of the year, and then they fall. You know, Florida's not there. Florida's not there. Kentucky's not there. Vanderbilt's not there. South Carolina, we can go so on and so forth. I think you have 4 legit contenders in the Big Ten, being Ohio State, Oregon, Iowa, and Indiana. I think Iowa's going to be very good. I think Iowa almost beat Oregon and Indiana last year. Lost by a total of 10 points. So if you take those losses, Iowa's in it. Where's Indiana stand? You know, I don't know. I love where this is going playoff-wise, but LSU's depth and LSU's mindset with someone like Kiffin hasn't been seen since Saban was at LSU.
Right. And it's crazy how much it reminds me of that.
I don't think, like I saw earlier in the chat, like, what do you think if Baker leaves, or if this person leaves, or if that person leaves?
I'm not worried.
Saban had Kirby Smart, Will Muschamp,
Jimbo Fisher,
Derek
Dooley.
Dooley. Kirby Smart was a nobody. Smart was a nobody. Will Muschamp.
Let's go modern. Let's go modern. You had a staff that saw
Stephen. If Lane went to Florida, Florida, we'd be having the same conversation about Florida that we're having about LSU. Honestly, yes. Like I told AP, the second LSU fired Brian Kelly, I knew Lane was off the table. I knew Lane was going to Florida. I told you Lane is going to Florida.
Yes.
Brian Kelly got fired. I called you that day.
No, I called you. I called you. I called you, and you picked up the phone. You said, "Well, that's it. It was fun while it lasted. He is not coming. He's not coming to Florida.
He's going to go to. He's going to go to Baton Rouge. I think anywhere you don't have minds like Lane Kiffin. I got an argument yesterday. I think Kirby is the best coach in the country. He is.
Yes,
he is the best coach in the country. Dan Lanning is right there. Cignetti is right there. Everybody's saying Cignetti's the best coach in the country. Cignetti did do wonders with Indiana by bringing them from the worst team to the best team. He's not the best coach in the country.
No.
Kirby Smart built Georgia the same way Saban built Alabama.
Yes.
And if LSU can retain Kiffin for the amount of time that Alabama retained Saban and that Georgia has retained Smart, LSU is going to be right there. Lane Kiffin is one of those. He is a Kirby. He is you could say Cignetti. He literally ran Nick Saban's offense. And yes, Nick Saban yelled at him, but Nick Saban also said, go to LSU, because my biggest regret was leaving LSU.
Yes,
he
absolutely.
said that to, God rest his soul, Skip Burton.
There is levels to this, and it's no wonder why being a repeat champion is one of the hardest things to do in college football.
It's insane.
It's literally almost impossible. And not just a repeat champion. Like, think about Gus Malzahn won a natty, and he's like an afterthought, right? Like,
exactly.
We thought Gus Malzahn was on his way. Look at the fall off of Dabo Swinney right now. Like, to say that Curt Cignetti is the best head coach in the game, you are just sipping from a cup of recency bias. That's all it is. You put Curt Cignetti.
Kirby did it back to back with Stetson Bennett.
Right. You put Curt Cignetti in the SEC, they lose 3 games.
4 or 5. This ain't Notre Dame, bro. We ain't playing Notre Dame. We ain't playing Wisconsin. We ain't playing
Minnesota. Like, their hardest game is going to be like Minnesota in week 8.
Yeah. Like, and look, there's no disrespect. I still think Miami is the team to beat. Their schedule is trash, but they're loaded. I mean, I think Miami could join the SEC this year and still win 10, 11 games.
I do too.
Like, they're loaded. If Indiana hit the SEC this year, they win 7
games.
8,
Right.
maybe 8. I'll give them 8 just because Cignetti is a good coach. But it's
Indiana's Ole Miss.
Yes. With Lane Kiffin. Sorry.
Right.
Like
with their version of Lane.
Golding did a great job. You beat Tulane by 40 points. Congratulations.
And Charlie beat Georgia, not you.
Literally. No, yeah. Charlie beat Georgia. Look, Georgia, I think Georgia is the team to beat in the SEC this year. I think Texas is good, but overrated. Again, you have Muschamp there. But I don't think we said this. I don't think Arch is the answer. I think Arch is overrated. I'm not saying I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I just think he's overrated.
He's not the Heisman frontrunner. Online store getting ready in a couple weeks. Literally been working on that. Y'all, I'm tired, and this part of the reason why I'm tired. It's coming soon.
No, look, this has been. I can't wait. Me and my boy were talking tonight. I cannot wait. The Saints might not have any players by the time the season starts. I mean,
yeah, they're all hurt.
Cam's gone. Tyson's out for 2 months now.
Yeah, they're all hurt.
I mean, we lost.
We'll bounce back in November.
Yeah.
Right when the schedule loosens up enough for a run.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, you just got to start with the Lions and the Ravens, and then turn around and play the Vikings.
Turn around and play the Vikings. Yeah,
oh my God. But no, look. When I tell you, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for football to kick off.
Right, I'm ready for all of it. It's been an amazing.
Bad for me, Saints. Don't feel bad for me, bro. I've been feeling bad since 2008. It don't even hurt anymore.
But going back to what you're saying about Lane and the staff, Saban had a staff that featured at Alabama.
Don't forget Bo Pelini too.
Lane Kiffin, Charlie Weiss Jr., Kurt Cignetti, and Steve Sarkisian all on one side of the ball.
Yeah. Oh, and Billy Napier too. I mean,
Billy Napier,
but he had Billy Napier.
Right, and Billy Napier, and all Billy on one side of the ball.
The reason Devonta Smith went there. I mean, Billy Napier was a wide receivers coach. He's the reason Devonta went there. Now, yeah, he went there because of Saban too, but Napier had been recruiting Devonta forever.
Tiger Mark said, AP, I just love how you let your podcast go on for hours and hours listening to answer questions from my family members in the chat because after all, we are family. Exactly. That's exactly it.
Bro, if we didn't have a bedtime or things to do, we would keep this going.
Oh, bro. I'm telling you, if this was a full-time job, we would do this 8 hours a day. Seriously. I'm serious. If this becomes a full-time gig and we're on here streaming 8 hours, we're gonna be breaking records. It's gonna be ridiculous. I agree with
Zach though. If Sig wins another one with Indiana, he does surpass Kirby in my book.
I'm not giving it to him because it's not Kirby's the same. Kirby did back-to-back at Georgia.
Yeah, I know, but the Big Ten.
He's
the Big Ten is still good.
Back-to-back at Georgia. I'm not giving that to him. And then he's done it for a longer period of time. We talking about Sig coming. If Sig wins, he's not winning the Natty this year. I'm sorry. Josh Hoover ain't it. And you don't have all those 26-year-old offensive linemen along the front. When you get to the playoffs, it ain't going to work for you, brother. Sorry. That offense was pure don't mess up. That's all it was. Don't mess up. Do not give the ball away. Keep the offense on schedule. Let the defense make the plays that they need to. Bend but don't break, and we're going to get on out of here with a win. That's all it was.
Said, look at Zach, bro. Look at Zach. When I tell you that's my biggest fear in the entire world. That's my biggest fear in the entire world. Billy Napier going to LSU with Lane Kiffin. Bro, they go 12-0.
It's unstoppable.
They would go 12-0.
That would be unstoppable.
If Billy just ran the offense or let his OCs run the offense, he'd still be at Florida.
Especially with the level of recruiting that Billy can do in Louisiana.
Dude, look, Prince and Eugene were both Billy Napier recruits.
Oh,
Prince started at Florida. EG3 started at Florida. The second I know you remember this. The second Eugene left Florida, I said, I swear to God, if
yeah,
he
he's
doesn't
going to LSU. Yep, you did. You did. You did. You called me when he hit the portal. You said, I hate you because he's coming to
I hate you
LSU. I
because I
hate
know
you.
he's going to go to
I hate
LSU.
you.
I know he's going to do it. He's going to be a Percy Harvin for LSU
And look,
and not having to be Percy Harvin-esque. He just needs to run the slant route and then gain 10, 15 yards.
and
And
look,
he will
I'm
do
telling
it
you right
every
now,
single time.
he's emerging as wide receiver 1.
Bro, he's got the best hands on the team. You can't tell me he
It's
doesn't. When that
ridiculous.
dude is healthy, he is unstoppable.
Yes.
And he's a good kid. Like, he's a good kid.
His dad's there, like every practice too.
Bro, see what I mean? Like, he's just like this a little dude. He's shifty.
He
but
just
bro,
be balling, bro.
He's so good.
He just be
I'm so
balling.
mad. I'm so mad that he's not at Florida because I knew he was going to go to LSU.
Stop being mad. You are an LSU fan, so you're back with him again. You flipped. It's over with. I do believe Summerall will have Florida in contention in 2 to 3 years, but they don't invest first year money like that. It does. I don't care. You have to be a psychopath like Kirby to play for him. Absolutely. Zach says this is status though. Indiana was dog shit until Sig got there. Georgia was always a program with high expectations. I don't care that he elevated the standard at Indy. When you take a head coaching job, it's typically because the team was doing bad.
Mark Richt had expectations too.
Yes.
Nothing.
All right. And he still had them relevant. He just couldn't get them over the hump. Like, Indiana has been bad. Great. Fantastic. They finally did something that nobody ever conceivably thought that they would do, is win a national championship. But let's not act like they're a group of 5 team who backdoored their way in. They played in the Big Ten championship. Kurt Signetti did his thing. I'm not taking anything away from him. What I'm saying, though, is you line up with what Kirby Smart had to do at Georgia. It's one thing to do it. It's another thing to continue doing it. Georgia, year in and year out, has replaced Alabama for being the standard bearer of the toughest conference in all of football.
They go undefeated both years, or were they undefeated the first?
They were undefeated the first. They had lost.
And then he lost one the second year.
Yeah, because he didn't win the Big Ten championship the first game, and I think he doubled around. Somebody else won the Big Ten championship, and then they lost in the playoffs.
I'm talking about Georgia.
Yeah. No, they went undefeated the first, and then they lost in the SEC championship game.
And then they won it.
Yeah, and then they won it.
Yeah.
Because the SEC championship game didn't matter, and they had the rematch against Alabama and blew the door.
That's right.
So it's like, come on, man. Like, they don't. I will never sit up here and say if Signetti wins. You're talking about being on equal ground. Because Signetti has 2 championships with equal ground with. Put their resumes up 1 for 1, band for band, against side by side against Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart is a better coach than Kurt Signetti. Like, this is recency bias.
I would
all it is.
Kurt Signetti, though.
No, I'm not. Give me Kurt.
You got Lane Kiffin.
I mean, yeah, like, I'm taking Lane Kiffin all day. Oh, both of them. I want Lane. Like, do you not see what Lane Kiffin's offense look like? It's easy for me to find a defensive coordinator. Hell, Ed Ogeron found a defensive coordinator.
Lane Kiffin's kind of unhinged, like Urban Meyer's unhinged, but Lane is like a better human being than Urban.
Yes. Lane got a touch of the tisms.
Oh yeah, and I like that about him.
Urban just a creep.
That dude took home the little basket that you bring home your groceries in. He said they were out of bags.
They were out of bags. What do you want me to do? They were out of bags.
Oh shit! No, look, bro, we're 2 weeks away.
Bro, 19 days, 1 hour and 56 minutes.
Boys, we are 2 weeks away from the best time of the year.
Zach says, I'm not high on Texas because I'm not high on Arch. I think everybody is starting to come down on Arch, bro. Like
Cam
Texas
Coleman is a great receiver. Will Muschamp is the best defense coordinator in the game.
I'm sorry, Stephen Young. I'm sorry. Sark is not that coach. I don't see it on the offensive line.
Sark's a good coach, but I just don't see it with Texas.
I don't see it on the offensive line, and I just don't.
They may prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Arch feels like Quinn Ewers.
Arch feels like Chris Leak.
I'm not gonna
Chris
go
Leak
that
went.
bad.
Chris Leak
I ain't
wasn't
gonna go
that
that
bad.
bad. I ain't gonna go that bad.
Chris Leak won a national championship. What you mean that bad?
With who though?
He has some dogs at receivers.
With who though? With who
Urban
though?
Meyer.
Who?
Urban
Yeah,
Meyer.
okay.
Dan Mullen.
Okay.
Dan Mullen.
Okay.
Also Timmy. But
Thank you. All right. Thank you. That's the name I was waiting for. I knew you were gonna get there at some point.
15 didn't do that much. I saw his little jump pass in the swamp against LSU. It wasn't that impressive. They show that play all the time, though. I wasn't that impressed. Don't look at me like that. Jamarcus Russell wouldn't have thrown 17 interceptions. LSU probably would have won that game. Florida would win a national championship.
Hey, I mean, sometimes life happens. I mean, y'all had we had Jamarcus, y'all had DJ Lagway.
Don't. Oh, I thought you were about to say Marco Wilson. I was about to say don't do that.
No, I'm not even gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go DJ Lagway because I mean we beat y'all without scoring more than 14 points on offense. That's even worse than Marco Wilson.
You scored 3 points on offense.
Thank you.
He scored a touchdown on offense.
He scored a touchdown on offense. And we still
2 pick sixes. 2 pick sixes.
And we still beat y'all. We still beat y'all. Indiana's old misery with the trophy. Yeah, Sig just brought in a bunch of 22, 23-year-olds in their 5th to 4th years. Unless he wins a natty with younger players, then we can have that kind of. Thank you, Franco Nation. I'm your weird brother, LOL. If Art's last name isn't Manning, he's not getting all the publicity he is. Absolutely. That's the point. That's the point. Franco Nation says, I'm antisocial, love sitting in the corner to myself. So oddly enough, we are too. Mensa is way better than who? Way better than who? Way better than who? AP in the chat, how badly do y'all think things would have to be or go for the season in year one? I don't have a disappointment meter. I mean, you got to like lose a bunch of injuries.
You went 3-5 last year, 7-5 overall, or 7-6.
Yeah, like, you were 7-6 at the end of the season.
You could go 8-4 and you'd still be happy.
Right. Like bro, we got Lane. We'll be fine. Scared money don't make money. Says Zach.
Oh, don't do that. Just scared money don't make money. Don't do that.
Franco Nation says 9-3 losing to Ole Miss is my disappointment. Well, I don't think we're losing that game, brother. It took Indiana almost 140 years to be relevant. Thank you. Like you get an achievement award for that, for finally waking up and showing up to do the job that you do. Like
mic drop for
like,
D-Will.
Oh, we do play football. Okay, I got it. So this doesn't involve a court. All right. I could not agree more. Arch was nice in the second half last season, and Texas is loaded with a bunch of fluff. Like, it's not that. What Unc said, what my man Franco said. 9-3 and a win over Ole Miss is the minimum level of acceptability. Unless we go 10-2 and lose to Ole Miss, that will get us in the college football playoff. Unc says Tiger Nick looks so ready to flip. He's already flipped. He just got to sign the paperwork. Nick says, you got to tell me I'm spoiled for me to be disappointed. That's hilarious. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to say it. Will Wade, 2026 is SIG 2025.
Nobody's beating Florida in basketball this year.
I was about to say basketball and football are a whole nother level. Like
Florida got basketball this year.
We got 6 players on the roster right now, brother. We just got our 6th man last week. Ham says low key Aranda might be available after the season, and Blake will get a head coach job. Probably Aranda back. Now I don't see Lane bringing him, but no, he ain't bringing him back. It'd probably be Chris.
I could see Lane bringing in Napier though. I really could.
I could too.
James Madison ain't paying him that kind of money.
No, I could too. And if that happens, holy hell.
Oh, brother.
Holy hell, brother.
My worst nightmares are coming true. Franco
Nation, Arch feels like Sam Ehlinger. He's a little bit better than Ehlinger. Did y'all go back and watch those highlights from that Texas game against LSU in 2019? Sam Ehlinger was not that good. Like he needed some like wide open receivers.
Look at Burrow.
Nick might be a closet LSU fan already. He is. Nick's been a closet LSU fan. He respects the hell out of LSU because we're the only team that beats him.
Respect the hell.
Yeah. I mean, all of AJ's life, Florida has been irrelevant to LSU.
Damn. You didn't have to say it like that.
It's the truth.
I know.
It's the truth.
But like you saying it, it already breaks my heart that he's like a senior in high school. You didn't have to say it. You didn't have to compare it to Florida's unwillingness to do anything.
Yes. Ham says, damn, I must not know ball. Billy really that good. Boy, Billy is good at calling plays, good. Boy. Billy can draw some damn plays up, brother. Billy is good. He is that.
There's a reason Billy won against Texas and Ole Miss last year. He shouldn't have won either one of them games.
Yes.
He knew his ass was on the line for both of them. And guess what? He won both of them.
Yes. He had to have it, and he called hell of games.
He beat LSU. Lagway lost the game.
LSU. Yes.
He beat LSU.
Yes.
Play calling wise, scheme wise, he beat LSU. DJ Lagway lost to LSU.
And he had, a damn good recruiter in the state of Louisiana. He identified Kyron Lacey. Don't sleep on that.
No, Napier,
he finds dogs.
I will never talk crap about Napier. Napier's a great dude. He's a great motivator. He could have done better, but he can compete.
Right. Absolutely.
You can't compete where you don't compare. What did that lady say in that little Vine or reel?
You compete where you don't compare. That's a bar. I might put that on a shirt. Love Sunset Billy.
Sunset Billy, you ain't got to do Sunbelt Billy like that, dude. Don't do that, Unc.
Sunbelt Billy. Franco Nation says, come out the closet. It's okay, Nick. We're here for you.
I know. I'm coming, dude. Don't worry.
Pause.
Give me 2 more weeks. Don't do that. Give me 2 more weeks of my colors, and I'll put on the fall jersey.
Unc says Sunbelt Billy about to have JMU rolling. Yeah, I don't think
so. To 5 and 7.
Right. Pause. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and wrap up this stream. We're going for almost 2 hours on a Monday. Nick, what do you think?
10,000.
What do you think leads to Billy's failure? Recruiting. Go Canes, my dog tapping in.
2 more weeks. 2
more weeks. 2 more weeks,
what
baby.
What led to Billy's failure was not letting his coaches coach.
Yeah, he was a helicopter coach like Edo at the end.
Let your coaches coach. I think Edo figured that out the year before LSU won a national championship.
Yep.
Let your coaches coach because Florida had talent with Billy Napier there. Billy Napier has even said he regrets not letting his coaches coach. Quit calling. You can design the plays. Quit calling the plays in the matter that you were calling the plays. That's why you have an OC. That's why you have a DC. Lane Kiffin, his mastermind is going to be that offense. And Blake Baker is going to be that defense. Charlie Weiss in his corner.
Lane has gone above and beyond and letting people know that he's not calling shit.
He's not doing shit, dude. He's standing on the sidelines and he's gonna talk some shit. Don't get
that's exactly what he's doing.
He's gonna hold his coaches accountable.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
The problem was that Billy never gave his coaches that pedestal. So everything was on Billy. Billy was his own demise. Dan Mullen should have never been fired. No, he didn't. Oh my God. I mean, we got 1,600 people that just saw that. Oh shit. Look, I'm not gonna lie. The second Lane Kiffin wasn't coming to Florida, I said, go hire Urban Meyer. I don't even care. Go get Urban. Let Steve Spurrier be the OC. I don't care. I don't care if 140 people get arrested. Win a national championship.
Bro, this is hilarious. I can't with y'all. All right. You know what? Bring Dan back to the SEC. You're right, though. Mullen never should have been fired. He shouldn't have.
And Dan will be back.
I saw that.
Dan will be
Hey,
back.
say a prayer for former LSU AD Joe Dean family. His son, Joe Dean Jr., passed away today too. Prayers up for myself,
Tough
buddy,
week.
and everybody talking about that. It's definitely
week
been a
for
tough week
LSU.
around LSU, man. We're gonna pray these demons away. We're gonna start the prayer off tomorrow for sure. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Jamie, I'm tired. I've been out in the heat all day. Literally, I got a headache. I'm pushing through it for y'all because this is my family. I'm showing up for y'all, and then we hit 10K. What would it have been like for me not to show up breaking 10K? No, LSU showed up. It was hot. They were tired. They were hurting. Right. Shout out to the Kennedy Cougars. They were hot. They were tired. They were hurting. They didn't practice that well. They practiced like trash, but they still showed up. I give them some credit for that.
You gotta call out your boy like that, dude.
I'm calling them out. Bad day today.
10.2 says Unc.
So shout out to y'all, man. I'm tired. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I haven't taken a shower. I haven't ate. It's almost 10:30 at night. I'm about to go hit me up some brothers.
It's just almost midnight in my little area of the coast.
Bruh. All right. So Franco Nation, good night and good night, LSU Closet fan Nick. Great to see Tiger Nick
y'all.
pull up.
I love y'all.
Man, look, we're gonna go ahead and get Nick on up out of here. We will be back tomorrow night at 8:15. Nick is still gonna be behind the scenes answering y'all questions in the chat real quick while we close out the show. And says, "Come on, guys, let's call a spade a spade. Billy wasn't dealt a favorable hand when it came to the schedule. Oh no, he definitely wasn't. But he also got in his own way too. There were some things that Billy could have got accomplished that he just didn't take full advantage of. That SEC program job was a major leap, but I think he learned a lot. I think he's gonna, become a better head coach as well. What's going on, Go Canes? Good night, man. Look, I want to tell y'all again, thank y'all so much. 10K is absolutely unfathomable. I mean, it was just a month ago we hit 1,000. We hit 10K in 4 weeks. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, thank y'all. Let's keep this up. Keep sharing, keep promoting, keep talking about it. Let's keep growing this thing. We want to make a change in this LSU media game. We do this here. We start here. We start right here with each and every single one of y'all. Every comment, every chat message, every like, every heart. And now there's a hype function on here too. I don't know if y'all know that. But there's a hype function that helps run the numbers up on these things so it keeps pushing it out into the algorithm so more people can come be a part of this family. Let's go ahead and do this thing, man. Let's show them what LSU, what the Saints, what Louisiana, what it means to be a part of a family. And a Franco Nation, you read my mind. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Literally. I literally was thinking it. That's what y'all doing. That's what y'all doing. No, but seriously. I cannot wait to see what the rest of the season is going to be and how it unfolds. It's going to be a fun, fantastic year. And there's more to come. So let's go get us some rest. Tomorrow is not Monday. Praise the good Lord for that. And we're going to be right back here at 8:15. Thank you guys so much, man. Seriously, it touches myself and my wife. It touches our heart, touches Nick as well. It's definitely special to see that we've been able to accomplish such great things in such a short amount of time. And the content's going to keep contenting. I'm going to record some members-only content in the morning. I pushed some things around a little bit because I found some new information out. I have to change my membership-only video. I'm going to record it and drop it in the morning. It's going to be absolutely elite. Going to be going over why DJ Pickett is going to be the best cornerback in the nation. And the numbers show. So we'll be going over that for members only content. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank you, Zach, man. Thank you and please, if anybody knows anyone at YouTube who can get in touch with somebody, please help us out. Our guys, Zach and David, got their channel sniped by the YouTube AI. And they cannot get in touch with the human to save anybody's life. So please, if y'all know somebody, let us know who we can contact so we can help them out. Tiger Mark says you just have to know this football will show out in remembrance of all the fallen soldiers who have lost this year. May God bless their families, each and every one of y'all. Exactly. this football team. And Franco Nate says about to go play some 007. You have at it, my guy. Look, if you have not done so today, I challenge you, be kind. Please be kind. If you get the chance tomorrow, please be kind. You want to be you want to see a difference in this world, you got to be the difference. And in order to be the difference, the best way to do it is by being kind. It costs you nothing. Costs you nothing. Say good morning. Say good evening. Say hello. Smile. Hold the door open for somebody. All those things make a major impact on someone's life and can absolutely save someone's life. You want to make an invisible God visible? Smile. Be kind. Have good interactions. That's all it is. And it's free. It's free. You know what else is free too? Hitting the like and subscribe button. It's free too. But I want y'all to be kind to other people that y'all come in contact with, because this world is crazy and we need more kindness. I encourage you, I challenge you to find somebody tomorrow to be kind to. Franco Nation says I do every day. Amen. Absolutely. That's it, man. That's all I want. And says we love what you're doing and creating, and I love y'all. That's why I keep doing it, man. Tiger Mark says good night. It's been fun, guys. Like always, take care. Be safe. Night, Tiger Nation. Boot up, baby. GDT. So let's go have a great night. And to my lovely wife, thank you, baby. 10K definitely wouldn't be possible without you, because none of this is possible without you. I love you. You mean the world to me. Thank you for allowing me to do this and absolutely believing in me when I have moments where I don't believe in myself. Thank you. I love you. Love y'all, family. See y'all tomorrow, 8:15. Y'all have a good night. Get y'all some rest. We'll be back.